Greetings, folks. Greetings. So, got the Gibson back out. We're going to do another review on it because there's some things I got wrong. Believe it or not. There's some things I got wrong. And I want to give you guys my thoughts after owning it for exactly a month today. And have I had any issues or anything like that with it? So, right out of the gate, I'm going to go ahead and get out a couple things. My strap. And my production card. Alright. Let's unzip her. Let's not knock it off the bed here. That might suck. Okay, so. Any issues so far? No, I have not had any problems. Even tuning stability. After having it strung up with Ernie Ball 10s, everything, it holds tune great. There's no problems whatsoever. Finish has held up very well. Every day playing for a month. Solid. Only issue I find with it that, I think is weird, not really weird, but expected, is the back of the neck. It did get quite sticky quite fast from me playing it every day for a month solid. But some good guitar polish and quick polishing with a microfiber cloth clears that right up. No issues. And if you use it enough, it will keep it smooth. Alright, so we're going to go over the specs again. So, pickups. 498T, 490R. Maple cap. Mahogany body. And neck with Grover machine heads. The bridge is a Nashville bridge. They added this little Allen wrench adjustment here and here for easier action adjustment, apparently, and a aluminum stop bar and tailpiece. And then the neck, rosewood, acrylic trapezoid inlays with medium jumbo frets. Silkscreen Gibson Les Paul logo. And studio. Now look at my nut right there. It has got nitrocellulose lacquer all over it. That could have been when it was hanging up in the factory, maybe. I don't know. I'm not going to worry about it. It doesn't affect anything. One other thing, 3-way pickup selector, and then master volume. One there for push-pull, one there for push-pull. For your coil splits, and then master tone. The color is Manhattan Midnight once again. I did do one modification to it, if you can call it that. I installed Ernie Ball strap locks. Because, Gibsons are notorious for the strap coming off. The weight of this, 8 pounds and about 5 ounces. It's about almost 9 pounds. It is modern weight relief, but still pretty heavy of an example here. Pick guard, staying on, not coming off. I love it. And the strap I use with it, that's the wrong side, this side. I got a Levy's Sweetwater exclusive strap that's leather. Because, dude, playing that with a nylon strap on here for, I don't know, an hour and a half, 2 hours, I started to feel it in my shoulder. It was quite heavy. This strap here took care of all of that. It makes it night and day playing it. Now, of course, case candy is what you always get with your Gibson guitar. Your photo, your inspection card, Gibson microfiber cloth, a Gibson strap, and your truss rod adjustment tool. Serial number, this is not a 2022. I found that out. This is not a 2022. But here's the weird thing. Look at my serial number here. Gibson went in 2014, they went to a 9-digit serial number. So, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9-digit serial number. First 2 digits are your year model. This is a 2020 Les Paul Studio. the 482nd day of the year. That makes no sense. There's no 482nd day of the year. Okay, there I got it. So this is your date. The 48th day of the year. 20 apparently is your batch number now. And 135, your production. 135th guitar off the line. But then when it was packed up after final inspection, the date is March the 8th, 2022. So, can someone out there explain that to me? Did this guitar sit in their warehouse for 2 years before it was sent to my Guitar Center and I purchased it? Because I was thinking that when this date is put on, right here, it goes to the warehouse on that day. Why would a 2022 have a 2020 serial number on it? Unless, of course, I'm reading the serial number wrong and your first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The first and fifth digits are the year model. But apparently that's not how Gibson serial numbers work anymore. I don't know. Someone correct me in there. Let me know. Because, dude, that just, I'm like, what? Now, the first one I had was exactly like this. Minus the push-pulls here. And it was a faded series, so it was worn brown. Everything else, pretty much the same all around. Except for it had the Gibson Deluxe Kluson tuners on it. And of course, that guitar I remember very well being much, much lighter than this one. And it came with all paperwork, dating it to 2007, in a Gibson USA case. And when those were new, I think they were roughly, $900 to $1,000 with a USA case. White interior, all that good stuff. And now look at these. $16.99 and you get this gig bag here. Now, I'm not trying to say that this is crap and they shouldn't do this. But, I mean, what changed? Is that a cost-cutting thing? Because this is a very nice leather, very well padded gig bag. Oh, here's the photo of my guitar the day it was quote-unquote born. But, man, it being 2020 model, apparently, and, I'm buying it on January 19th of 2022. Does it bother me that it's a 2020 model? Not really, no. I don't care what model it is, as far as the year goes. But, does it play great? Yes, it plays awesome. Does it sound great? Absolutely. These pickups, if you're a high gain guy and you like to play rock and metal, these pickups are it, man. They're really good. The weight, it's heavy, but not super heavy. So it won't kill you as long as you get you a substantial strap. But man, it's just weird to me. I read that serial number and I was like, 2022 is what I thought at the Guitar Center, And then I get home, start doing my research on it. And apparently the first 2 digits are your year model now, since 2014 to present. I thought about calling Gibson and asking them what their thoughts were, but, they'd probably be like, wow, this dude must be stupid or something. And in the back, have we got any wear marks yet? Not a bit. It looks black, but it's definitely blue. And I thought maybe the guy on the card, that signed off on this guitar got the serial number wrong, but no, you can clearly see it's the same exact serial number, so it's kind of weird. Does that make me hate the guitar? No, absolutely not. I love it. I've polished it a few times, and then oiled the fretboard once. I do that once a year. Here's another weird thing. One of the inlays right here in the middle, right there, that one. It's kind of turning a different color than the rest. I'm guessing that's the Perloid that they used, whatever sheet that came off of. But man, she's nice. Next to my RG, my 550, this one's become my favorite. I mean, I couldn't put it down. When I first got it, man, I couldn't stop playing it. I played it every day for a solid month. And, have I ever had a guitar other than the 550 that I've done that with? Not lately. Except maybe that Majesty that I had. But it started giving me some wild tuning issues. Without even touching the setup on it, the locking tuners seemed maybe they weren't locking like they used to, or they were getting worn or something. I don't know. But this one, I've had no tuning issues out of whatsoever. I mean, the only tuning issues I'll have, usually on this guitar, in the month that I've owned it, is stretching the strings. You put your fresh set of strings on, you give them a couple stretches, tune them back up, you play a few good bends on it, it'll go out of tune, you tune it back up, there it is. Once the strings stretch out, perfectly fine. Not a bit of a problem. Do I regret selling my two guitars to own this? No, I do not. I mean, the Charvel was an awesome guitar. It was. It was great. It had a tremolo on it, locking tuners, Seymour Duncans. I was like, wow, great, awesome. Roasted maple fretboard and all that cool stuff. Played on it, loved it. Then I got my 550. Played that, and I was like, dude, Charvel is trumped by Ibanez for me personally. And so I was like, that one would be sold in the future. Then the John Petrucci, it sat over here, the Sterling. I rarely played it. And I was like, you know what? I've been itching for another studio for quite a while. So I'm going to take those two guitars, I'm going to sell them off. And see if I can just come close to being able to get one of these. And it happened. It did. I came just close enough. And I was like, dude, yes, awesome. And I've been playing it. I love it. It's going to be cherished forever. I mean, most Les Pauls I've owned. Let's see, I had that 2011 Studio I had. Didn't sound like my 2007 that I had. Had the same pickups as this. But that particular guitar, maybe it was the wood they used for that particular guitar. It sounded too dark for me. And I was like, I don't like it, It felt great with the satin neck and everything like that, satin finish. But I just didn't like the sound of it. And then the Standard I bought, the 2006 Standard. I played it for 5 years. Loved that guitar. It was awesome. But then I started getting a hump down here, which I'm pretty sure that was already there from years of being in the case and never being addressed. Didn't like that much. The tuners were shot. I replaced those, and it still didn't fix the tuning problems. Now, what is the most common cause of Gibson tuning problems, right? They say it's this angle on your headstock, and the G string, the way the break angle is here at the nut, it's not quite straight, so it's going to make it go out of tune. Honestly, I don't think that has as much to do with it as this right here. These strings should not touch your bridge. You need to adjust these posts a little bit up so that you got a paper thin space between each of these strings. That way, you get them up off and it flows evenly over here and up at the nut. Now, the Standard, I did a tuner replacement. It would not stay in tune. When I first got it, it would not stay in tune. And I noticed that my stop bar was decked all the way down. And I was like, I maybe need to raise that up and get these strings off of this bridge. So I tried it with a screwdriver and a cloth. Big enough screwdriver to get in here and turn this thing. They wouldn't budge. They were like frozen in there. And then, of course, Sweetwater sent me the Charvel, and I didn't have the cash to support that payment, so I had to sell that guitar in order to pay overdraft fees. But now, I got this one. And man, what a guitar. This thing sounds as good as my 2007 did. The weight is nice, but not too overbearing. The feel of it is every bit as good as you would expect from Gibson USA. I can't say anything bad about the guitar. Not yet. Give it another couple of years, we'll see. But that's what I had to say about it, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And let me know about that serial number thing, man. Am I reading that wrong? Or is that seriously what it is, you know? I just want to know so that when I go into, if I ever go to get another one, I'll be able to date that thing. Because the first two, normal serial numbers from the times that I've owned a Les Paul, the first digit there, the 2, and the 5th digit, the next 2, is supposed to be your year model. But apparently with this 9-digit number here, the first 2 numbers are your year. And then the 48 there is the 48th day of the year. And then the 0 is a batch number. The 20 is a batch number. And then 135 production. So the 135th guitar off the line. Here's the model. Les Paul Studio guitar. 20 Manhattan Midnight. Chrome hardware. I don't know what the 3 stands for. So, just let me know about that. Oh, here's what they check, just in case we didn't look at that. Here's your action at your 1st and 12th frets. And then your function, buzzing check, electronics test, and they clean it before they pack it up. So, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Take care of yourselves out here. And go out and get you a new Gibson, man. They seem to be stepping it up quite a lot. I mean, this is miles ahead of that 06 Standard I had. Even though it had age on it, it was barely played, according to the guy I bought it from. And then the used Studio that I bought, the first one, in 07, is every bit as good as that. And then the 2011 was a great guitar, other than the tone. I just didn't get along with that tone that particular instrument produced. And the whole lacquer on the nut. I don't understand that. They've always been white, as far as I remember. But I don't care about that. It doesn't affect playability or functionality or anything like that. So, take care of yourselves out here. And play what you play every day. Like and subscribe if you enjoy the video.